Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope you are having a blessed day. Let me add my slides. Okay, I know I told you guys that I was going to upload a video yesterday, but unfortunately, I am having problems with my computer. It's moving very slow. So I am going to have to purchase a new computer. But until then, I was able to upload a few clips and a few videos. So let's get started and let's see how this holds up. So today I'm going to be talking about um, Meghan and Harry and the love they are receiving in their community. I'm going to be talking about Sharon Osbourne with her crazy self. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Charles and what's going on Shutter Island. And then I'm going to end it with a little drama. So let's get started. So I would like to start the video with the charity that they had in Santa Barbara. So I'm going to let the local news station give you the information. Let's see what we have here. Here we are.
Good evening, I'm Scott Hennessy.
And I'm Beth Farnsworth. One of the biggest fundraisers of the year helps local first responders, and it is underway right now in Summerlin.
We turn to News Channel reporter Patricia Martellotti, who is at the 1805 event. It is a star-studded evening, Patricia.
Music brings us together, all of us. Don't ever forget
Organizers say there are well over 1,000 people here at Kevin Costner's estate, and just a few minutes ago we saw Kevin Costner as well as the Duke and Duchess right over here on this stage. Right now you can hear there is a music band playing, and this is a very special event for the community. Proceeds will go towards supporting first responders throughout Santa Barbara County. 1805 is bringing in the supergroup Room 5. Organizers believe this is an incredible opportunity to bring the community together to support local first responders. Festivities will continue for several hours, and it's all happening right here at Kevin Costner's estate. Right now, I think right behind me, the Duke and Duchess are there. That's why there are so many people holding up their phones trying to get a picture with them. Very exciting evening for many all around this community. For now, live in Summerlin, News Channel reporter Patricia Martellotti. Let's send it back to the studio. All right, Patricia, thank you.
Yes. So Meghan and Harry attended the charity, and they made a couple of announcements. We saw them with Oprah. We saw them with Kevin Costner. We saw them mingling with the community. And from what I saw, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures. Here is Meghan and Harry with Kevin Costner. I don't know who the girl is wearing the turquoise. Let me pull that up. Let's see. I don't know who that is, but she looks happy. Harry looks happy. Kevin looks cool. The scenery looks like it's laid back, and Meghan's wearing that beautiful coat and that beautiful smile. Here's Meghan again. I love this picture. She is glowing on this picture. Here is another picture of Harry and Meghan. I really like that background, with the trees and the bamboo. That is so Californian. And here's another picture of Harry and Meghan. Harry standing there looking all suave. Harry's been looking very good lately. You got to give it to him. So, Meghan's shoes. Let me show you that video. So, they found the shoes that Meghan was wearing, which is pretty cool. Let me go back. Let's see. Where are we? Where are the shoes? Okay. I think it is right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, okay, let's kick off the evening with some incredible music.
Okay, so those are the shoes that Meghan was wearing. And somebody from the Sussex squad on X found the name of the shoes. She said, finally, I got a glimpse of her heels. Those are the Manolo Blahnik. Oh, don't get me started because I don't know how to spell that because I probably can't afford it. Polka dot mesh pumps she wore to the Invictus Games closing ceremony in 2022. Now, the shoes that Meghan was wearing, they look like they were two-tone. I saw a little gray and maybe black. But if you would like to purchase them, there you have it. The Manolo Blahnik. If I'm saying this incorrectly, my bad. But you know, Harry was looking good too. They're not giving it up for Harry the way they should. Harry's been blessed ever since he met Meghan. He is dressing so GQ for the older generation who understand what GQ means. Now, as you can see on this video, the ladies are noticing. Look at the ladies on the top. They're blushing and smiling. And then the one lady, she's got her finger in her mouth in the picture down below. She's like, wait a minute. Did I log out? Oh, okay, there we go. She's like, And then there was another video that was cracking me up. And I recorded it, or I posted it 2 days ago. It was so funny, of the lady who just was in his face and couldn't stop staring at him. You gotta love her. She couldn't help it. You know, I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her. So that was what happened on Saturday or Friday. But I also like to let you guys know about some more good news. The Sussex squad. Okay, so there was a fundraiser that started on Meghan's birthday, which is August 4th. And the fundraiser was supposed to continue until Harry's birthday. And it was a fundraiser for Centabale. Now, it says, thank you, Sussex Squad, global supporters of Prince Harry and Princess Meghan. While the fundraiser has concluded, we remain a global community that unwaveringly supports our faves and their charitable endeavors through both words and action. The Sussex Squad raised $63,000 for Centabale, the next chapter. Give the Sussex Squad a hand. Well, I'm going to give it to the Sussex Squad, including myself, because I donate every time they have a fundraiser. Whenever there is a fundraiser for Meghan and Harry, their supporters show up and they show out. $63,000. Okay? And I believe this is what Centabale put out there. They said, your generosity extended beyond the birthday celebrations, continuing with your donations. These gifts will have an even greater impact on the lives of vulnerable children in Southern Africa Individuals like you truly make a significant difference in Sentabale's mission. Isn't that wonderful? I'm sure they are very happy about that. Now, before I get into the real drama, here goes a little drama. But it's not really drama because, you know, Camilla Tominey, she's always, she's referred to Camilla Tominey, the liar. And remember back in March when she wrote an article and the title was Harry and Meghan Are Learning That Hollywood Only Respects Real Royalty. So, Camilla, what I have to say to you is Harry and Meghan are real royalty and they are the A-listers. People, let me put this in perspective so that Camilla would understand. Harry and Meghan are not trying to hang with the A-listers. The A-listers are trying to hang with Harry and Meghan, correct? Let me get that straight, okay? So if you are listening to this, or anybody who know Camilla Tominey, what's that? Tominey, the liar, put that out there. Harry and Meghan are not trying to be A-listers. They are already A-listers, okay? Moving right along. And here is Harry and Meghan. Do you see the crowd in the back? Did you hear what the news channel said? Do you see it? Birds of a feather flock together. And do you see all of the people that's in this picture that's flocking together? Let's get it right, okay? So they had to put this type of stuff out after, Harry and Meghan was spotted hanging out with their community. So they put out Harry and Meghan's new campaign to win Hollywood over. It's not a campaign, baby. It is what it is. They haven't won anybody over. Like I said, they are the A-listers. These are people that Harry and Meghan, they already know them. They're just doing their friends a favor. Okay? Sussexes are all smiles as they are given star billing at Kevin Costner's fundraiser in front of allies Oprah and Ella DeGeneres. Okay? So don't even go there. And the British media, they are losing their minds. And the Sussex supporters, we are happy. We are basking in the glow, aren't we, baby? Yes, indeed. Now, I saw on X, Misan Harriman, who is the photographer who took the pictures of Harry and Meghan when they were pregnant with Lily. And Misan Harriman and his beautiful family also attended Lilibet's first birthday. He noticed that, well, I'm pretty sure he's been knowing for a long time, but he just putting it out there how crazy the British media is and how he referred to it is, okay, this is creepy. Geo News, please stop. And he's referring to the multiple articles that is written about Harry and Meghan daily. And I have a video of him just scrolling through his phone. Look at that. Of all the articles that's been written about them daily, article after article after article. And it's just not this particular tabloid. That goes for almost every British tabloid. They write multiple articles about them. And you know why they write these articles? They write these articles because they are making money. They are making money. And okay, so although Harry is telling us not to click on the article, not to spread the hate that the British media is spreading, I would like to believe that I am not spreading hate. There are a lot of people who don't know what is really going on with Harry and Meghan and how the British media is gaslighting and twisting things around. So I took it upon myself to start a channel so that I can bring truth to the lies. Okay? But before I move on, I'll let you all hear the video that Harry, well, he didn't put out the video. He was talking to, I can't remember which show he was on or if it was an interview, but here is what Harry said in his own words. One moment, please.
Today's world, the way that hate has become so profitable, the system is set up so that whether you're for it or against it, you're still contributing to it. And I think it's really hard for people to understand, which is like, you see something hateful about someone or something, you then end up sharing it, saying, oh, look what they've done now, look what so-and-so said. But by sharing it, you're fueling the fire. So the best thing to do is to be able to be aware enough to go, I reject this, I'm going to push this out of my life, I'm not going to share it with somebody else. Why the hell would I share something that I hate with somebody else? I'm going to share the good stuff. And then collectively we can flip the whole thing, and then suddenly compassion, love, and empathy becomes the driving force rather than hate. Sorry, I got a little bit deep there.
And I enjoyed it.
And I understand that, Harry. But as your supporter, and I know that you see all the things that's going on out there, because I'm pretty sure you have some type of burner account where you're able to see it. But I want to get the news out there to the people who are not aware of the gaslighting that's going on and put the truth out there. Combat the lies, if that makes sense. So I was wondering, before I move on, because I feel like I'm all over the place, before I move on, I was wondering, how do Harry and Meghan, how do they deal with all of the negativity that's going on? And then I found a video. It was a video that Meghan put out previously. I think it was in 2020 or 2021, and I'll let you hear it.
I think what's so fascinating, at least from my standpoint and my personal experience the past couple of years, is the headline alone, the clickbait alone makes an imprint. That is part of how we start to view the world, how we interact with other people. And I think there's so much toxicity out there in what is being referred to, my husband and I talk about it often, this economy for attention, right? That is what is monetizable right now when you're looking at the digital space and media. And so if you're just trying to grab someone's attention and keep it, you're going for something salacious versus something truthful. And I think that once we can get back to the place, which is what you're creating here, which is why I think it's so important, where people are just telling the truth in their reporting and telling it through a compassionate or empathetic lens, it's going to help bind people as community in a way that I think the moment we're feeling much more of a disconnect in a space where we could be feeling more of a connection.
You know what, Sussex supporters? That is the wrong video. So whenever I post another video, I will let you hear how Meghan deal with the toxic pressure that continues to gravitate their way because people are jealous or they're intimidated. So, like I said, that was the wrong video, but that was a lovely video by Meghan. Would you agree? I will let you all hear how she deal with all this negativity that is that gravitates towards her in my next video. Okay? So it's crazy. Although, they're spewing all type of, HATE, and they are writing multiple articles, but they're tripping over themselves. There was a squatty that said the UK media can't keep up with their own lies. The same guy writes two different stories and at LBC amplifies his lies, always looking for clickbait stories without verification. Okay, so this guy, he wrote two articles on the same day that was published August 3rd. The first article stated, you are not wanted here. Harry and Meghan snubbed from royal gathering to mark 1 year since Queen's death, despite already being in Europe. Oh, no. So one was on August 3rd and one was September 22nd. And then he writes an article stating, Harry snubs Charles. Harry an astonishing snub to Charles after rejecting offer to spend anniversary of Queen's death with father at Baltimore. Now remember, let's go back. Harry and Meghan snubbed from royal gathering to mark 1 year since the Queen's death. Next article by the same guy. Harry in astonishing snub to Charles after rejecting offer to spend anniversary of Queen's death with father at Balmoral. So to all the people who are not up on what's going on, this is the reason why I am here, to put you guys up on game. Okay? So while I was on X, I was looking at what other squatties was saying about all the articles that we're reading on X. One squatty said, derangers. I don't understand why Harry and Meghan keep getting away with things. Also, can't all these people see through the BS? Me to myself, one day you all are going to realize Harry and Meghan haven't actually done anything wrong. And that's the media and BRF fooled you, which is true. Because I believe, allegedly, but although I say allegedly, there's so many things that shows that the royal family is working with the British media. Case in point, William sending Jason Knopf December of 2022 to side with the Mail on Sunday against Meghan. Although Meghan had already stated that she had mental, shall I say, issues in regards to all the negativity that was coming from that particular magazine. And because of it, allegedly, well, she lost a child, but allegedly she lost a child because of that particular tabloid. Okay? You guys are being fooled for the people who believe all of these things. Hang in there with me because like I said, I'm going to put you on game. Okay? So another squatty stated, you believe everything you read about Harry and Meghan, and when you realize they are lies, you blame Harry and Meghan, but not the people who wrote or told the lies. How stupid is that? The reason why most of the people, we all know that they are lies, right? And in my opinion, I believe the people who are going out there continuing to push the lies out, they know that they're lies, but it's clickbait. It's clickbait. People are making money and they don't care what it's doing to Harry and Meghan, just as long as they can pay for their children, college funds, a new house, traveling, whatever it is that they are using the money for. That is the reason why they are continuing to push this stuff out, because people are clicking on it, people are reading it. Have you noticed when you log on to YouTube and you type Harry and Meghan and you're looking for positive stuff, most of the stuff you are seeing is negative. And when you look at their page and you go on and look at the videos, you see they're getting 200, 300, 500,000 views. There are some people who are getting over 1 million views. And it's all due to HATE. But the pro Sussex channels, when you look at their views, it doesn't look like that. So I think it's important that if you are supporting Harry and Meghan, support all of the Sussex channels. Royal Sussex, Facts and 2 Cents. Who else? Duchess of Sussex. Who else is there? There's I think it's Sussex Family TV. There are so many different Sussex channels that you can look at. Please do not go to the negative channels. And there was a squatty who had said, now you know, because when we found out about Russell Brand, and I'm not going to go into what happened with him, but it's negative. I remember Squatty stating they are going to figure out somehow how to include Meghan in his shenanigans. And guess what they did? They figured out how to include Meghan in his shenanigans. Look at this. How Russell Brand tried to silence his critics using feminist Meghan's favorite lawyer. Can you believe that? They are scraping the bottom. And here's another article. Harry and Meghan are accused of trying to gag teachers and students at New York City school that they visited in 2021. This is 2023. Now, you know, these articles came out after they saw Harry mingling with their community and their friends in Santa Barbara. They had to put something out there. You know, they had to put something out there to take people's minds away from the positivity, the positive things that is surrounding Harry and Meghan. There are so many things that they could have been talking about, such as this. Williams Earthshot Prize. Okay, this was written October 17th, 2021. Footballing great and Earthshot Prize council member Danny Alves arrives on the green carpet with his wife, Joanna Sands, ahead of Earthshot. Now, this man is connected to Earthshot. The same man. This was written August 2023. Danny Alves to face assault trials in Spain. Judge to indict former defender this week. Allegations he are woman 23 in a nightclub. Why aren't they talking about that? And why didn't they connect him to the Earthshot Prize the way they connected Meghan, which Meghan had nothing to do with Russell Crowe? No, not Russell Crowe. What was his name? Let's go back. I'm getting these people mixed up. Russell Brand. Meghan didn't have anything to do with Russell Brand, but they connected her to that. But they're not going to connect Danny Alves to the Earthshot Prize. Make it make sense. Moving on to the next thing. Now, to all of my people who deal with anxiety, or if you feel your blood pressure is going to go up, this is a good time to sign off, because now I'm going to talk about Sharon Osbourne. And some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about might make your blood pressure rise. So if you want to sign off, it's okay. So let me start. Sharon Osbourne, and I'm not going to play the clip, but Sharon Osbourne was on, I'm not going to even call him a gentleman. Sharon Osbourne was on this nasty man's channel, a man who talks about Meghan every single day, a man who lost his job because of Meghan. And then she lost her job for taking up for the man who lost his job because of Meghan. She decided to go on his show to talk about, she was on his show for something totally different, but somehow they got on the topic of Meghan. And during that time, she had the nerve to talk about Meghan's children and how sorry she feels for their children, because they are not, she feels sorry for the children because they don't have connection with the royal family. Not one time did she mention Doria or the Spencers, or, all of these people who surround Harry and Meghan, lovely people. Like I said, birds of a feather flock together. She didn't mention them. In her mind, without the royal family, Lilibet and Archie is going to miss out. But let me tell you something about Sharon Osbourne. Sharon Osbourne should be ashamed of her damn self, because Sharon Osbourne didn't have anything to do with her father. And look at Sharon Osbourne's kids. All of them are drug addicts, or they were drug addicts. I can't say what they're doing now. I would say allegedly. But I can't get in trouble for something that we all saw on their reality show. And it was a hot mess. Okay. So here's an article. Sharon Osbourne didn't talk to her dad for 20 years and tried to run him over. She didn't attend his funeral, claiming to be too traumatized, but she did manage to visit his graves 15 years later as part of her reality show. So she decided to visit her dad 15 years after he died just to boost her reality show. But she's talking about Meghan. And I like what they said on here. Sharon should keep her trap closed about Meghan. Right? And that was a squatty who said that. Now, in this article, it says the relationship between Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne has certainly. Okay. So what happened was Sharon Osbourne's dad, whose name was Don Arden, who was, I think, the manager for Little Richard, and he also used to rub shoulders allegedly with the mob. They tried to prevent Sharon from marrying Ozzy Osbourne. So Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne has certainly had a difficult moments, but overall, the marriage has been one of the brightest spots in her life. That's not what I saw on the reality show. Therefore, it is especially terrible that her own family members attempted to sabotage it shortly after the couple wed in 1982. Sharon's father, Don Arden, and her brother, David, were not pleased with the fact that she had taken over as manager for the talented musician and took shocking steps to get him back on their side. Sharon Osbourne Extreme, she wrote this in her autobiography. Okay, so she wrote about her family too. She revealed that the terrible details and said, so they take Ozzy to lunch and proceed to tell him that I'm insane, that I am the reason ELO, Rock Band Electric Light Orchestra, left my father, but that Ozzy doesn't have to worry because they can get the marriage annulled on the grounds of my insanity. And in the meantime, they can put him into hiding. Now, Sharon's father and Sharon's brother was trying to put Ozzy Osbourne into hiding because they said Sharon was insane. Thankfully, Ozzy did not fall for the play and told his wife something along the lines of, "Bloody hell, Sharon, your dad mental." Per The Guardian, Arden had failed to separate Sharon from Ozzy, but succeeded in doing significant damage to his relationship with his daughter. Okay. Did you guys get that? Are you guys reading along? So this is Sharon Osbourne. This is the same woman who went on that man's show. I'm going to refer to him as that man, and had the nerve to say that Meghan should introduce her children to her father and to the royal family. The same royal family who is, you guys know the story. I'm not going to continue to lay thick into that. But a squatty said the same media who bullies Meghan day in and day out, even when she was pregnant, are now pretending to care for her children, or care her children don't get to visit the UK or the relatives who pioneered the abuse. Say it again, sister. The same media who bullies Meghan day in and day out, even when she was pregnant, are now pretending to care for her children. Now, I saw this also on social media. Supposedly, Thomas Markle is sick, and they're doing a fundraiser for him. Now, that might be, and the only reason why I'm talking about this, that might be the reason why this man went on national TV again right after the day after the Invictus Games ended to talk trash about his daughter. Maybe he needed the money for his medical bills. You know what? I was going to talk about this, but you know what? I'm going to skip that because there is too much drama. Way too much drama that, I don't know. The drama. There's so much happiness. There's so much going on with the Sussexes. I mean, the Invictus Games was wonderful. The charity work over this weekend was wonderful. Everything is beautiful. Everything, the light is shining bright. The stars in the sky. The air is fresh. And then there's an article that comes out after all the other articles. Prince Harry must now give notice if he wants to visit the king, as Duke of Sussex is denied room at Windsor Castle on recent trip, the first since his and Meghan's evictions from Frogmore Cottage. Now, the only reason why I'm talking about this is because I'm going to let you guys know Harry is still suing the British media. The trial starts in January. So the British media is getting ahead of themselves. They're going to continue to push this type of nonsense out to take your mind off of the positive things that's going on with Harry and Meghan. Don't believe it. Harry don't need to stay with his father. Harry will be a fool to ask his father to live in one of the rooms or mansions or whatever those things are called at Windsor. Okay? Harry needs to stay with his family, the Spencer family, or his friends, like he's been doing. So do not, if you guys are reading this stuff, do not believe it, because I'm going to tell you why. Harry did not leak this stuff to the British media. If this is true, the Windsors leaked this stuff to the British media, but I don't believe a word of it. Okay? I want to remind you guys, the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex have told the editors of the British tabloid newspapers that they will never again deal with their outlets in an unprecedented direct attack on a large part of the media that leaves little chance of repairing the relationship. Prince Harry and Meghan sent a letter to the editors of the Sun, Daily Mail, Mirror, and Express saying that from now on, they would not respond to any inquiries from journalists working for the outlets. Instead, there will be a policy of zero engagement, except when necessary through the couple's lawyer. So that information that you're getting from them is either leaked, but what I think it is a total lie. And another thing, Harry is tired and never wanted to actually live in the UK. I'm sure there are some people in his family that he's missing, and I'm sure there's certain friends in his family that he's missing. But they try to make it seem like Harry is miserable in America, and he's missing out because he is not with his family. But Harry's been trying to get away from his family ever since he was a child. I do. I have a video of that. Let me provide the proof.
Unfortunately, every single story was complete lies, which it always is, basically, which is a shame. But it's something I'd love to do, and now I've had the chance once. I suppose I've got quite into it. And at the end of the day, if you join the army, you expect to go on operations. I don't want to sit around at Windsor because I just generally don't like England that much, and it's nice to be away from all the press and the papers and the general shite that they write.
It was too risky for you to go back as a soldier.
More the fact that I think the media had said that they would never keep their mouths shut if I went into the same job, so I'd have to do something different if I wanted to go, yes.
With the media following his every moment, Harry can't hide his irritation.
Harry, you enjoying getting stuck in?
Not really with you guys.
Tour of Afghanistan, Harry's exasperation, even loathing of the press, has shone through loud and clear.
My father always says don't read it. Everyone says don't read it because it's always rubbish. I'm surprised how many people in the UK actually read it. I mean, everyone's guilty for buying the newspapers, I guess, but hopefully no one actually believes what they read, which I certainly don't. But yeah, of course I read it. If there's a story and something's being written about me, I want to know what's being said. But all it does is just upset me and anger me that people can get away with writing the stuff they do. Not just about me, about everything and everybody.
And that mistrust of the press, I mean, how far back does that go? Is that something that's sort of...
I think it's fairly obvious how far back it goes, to when I was very small.
So there you have it. Harry is not going to deal with his family in the UK. I believe he's very happy now that he is away from his family. He is free. He is happy. His only problem is the British media and how his family allegedly is working with the British media to prevent him and his wife from being successful. Okay? Now, I was going to get into this tortoise story. It's called William and Rupert, but I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. So, because I think I've talked about enough things that I feel that's negative. So let's end it there. And let's talk again tomorrow. And I would proceed. The drama will be about William and Rupert Murdoch, okay? Because it's been 45 minutes. Until my next video, if you liked my video, please subscribe to my channel. And until my next video, peace.